Welcome back. Next lesson on settlement. Alright, we're looking at migration in the Bahamas. You got everything you need here. Date, titles and objectives, so make a quick note of those and we shall continue. Okay, so what we're looking at, we've done all our stuff about migration, but we're just going to look at how it's affected the Bahamas. I've found some more recent stats which we'll start with, okay, and then we'll look back at a kind of semi-historical work from the Bahamas Today textbook. Okay, so first thing is two key words, so make a quick note of those. Okay, external migration, again this is another kind of phrase, falls under emigration and immigration. Okay, so again, external means outside, okay, outside of something. So this refers to people who leave the Bahamas or arrive here from a different country. Emigrate is to leave, immigrate or immigrant is somebody who comes in. Okay, so if you were to leave the Bahamas, you would be an emigrant. If you move in, it'd be, for me, I'm an immigrant. Okay. Internal migration, then this refers to all movement within the Bahamas between the islands. Internal is inside, so it just looks at the people moving and how we move around within the islands. This does not refer, remember, migration doesn't refer to like holidays or a weekend trip. Okay, it refers to movement between the islands, usually meaning a change of address, permanent address. So if you were to move to Freeport, okay, and live and work there, that would be internal migration. All right. Now, what we're going to do is, some of this might be a bit small, but I just want to look at this. We might add a few notes, okay, but a look at Bahamian migration in more recent times. This came from a study by UNICEF, which I found online. All right. So what we're looking at is actually, first thing is to link into population. Now, we did population and development back in September, October. Okay, there was another graph of HDI, which you should all know, but I didn't bother including that just for, it didn't actually show us a huge amount of change over time on this scale. Okay, so a couple of things we could look at is just the population estimates. It has males, again, notice these 3 zeros, this is the thousands. Okay, so you add hundreds of thousands onto, or you add thousands onto the end of each of these figures. So it has the years 1990, 2000, 2010, 2013 is the most recent data they have for that. So males, females, total population. Okay, so you can see how it's increased, okay, over time. 1990, 30 years ago, just over 250,000, 256,000 people. We're up, we've gained 120,000 people in just 23 years. Okay, so quite a short space of time. So it shows us again this urban population against rural. Okay, so you should know those keywords. Again, you can see the percentage of urban population is increasing. The number of people living in cities is increasing. The number of people living in countryside Bahamas or rural Bahamas is decreasing. Okay, so we're following all those similar trends that the rest of the world would be. Okay. Then what is also another sign of development, okay, we said back in that topic about how the population growth usually slows down as a country becomes wealthier. So if you actually look, the annual rate of change in the population, okay, so again we've got time periods across the top in bold, and you'll notice these numbers. Okay, so what happened is the rate of change was 1.77 thousand extra people per every 1,000 of population. Then it got less, then it got more, and now it is less. So our population has fluctuated in that sense. Okay, another little one I want to look down here is total net migration, again in hundreds of thousands. So we had, remember we said net migration was the amount of people coming in minus the amount of people leaving. All right, so again you see it was negative, which means we had more people leaving back before 2000. Since 2000 it's increased. Okay, we've got more and more people coming in. Again, it's slowing down again here. All right, we've got a net migration of 10. So for every 1,000 people, there's 10 extra people coming each year. All right, so the population will also grow due to that. So what I want you to do from this one is you can put down population estimates. All right, you can do a little table with total. Remember the zeros. If you don't want to put them there, you can put them after each of these numbers. So total estimates or population estimates, do total. I want the urban and rural. Okay, remember to include your dates across the top. So you're going to have the dates column, a row with the columns. Then I want total. I want the last 3 rows here, total, urban and rural. You can also add total net migration. All right, so of how many extra people are coming in. All right, so that's our first little look at some data. The next table then is again about population, okay, and population change. So I'm going to mainly look at the graph this time here. Okay, so we've got two. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but again, this is trying to see into the future what's going to happen. Again, notice the dates across the bottom. 2015 to 20, where we are now. 25 to 30, 35 to 40, 45 to 50. Okay, so 2050. Not age groups, these are dates. All right, so the total population, or sorry, the natural increase is this light orange here. And you will notice how the natural increase is actually declining. It's getting lower and lower. All right, so the rate of increase is going down. The population will begin to shrink in the next 30 years. All right, less people, people having less kids and less people coming into the country. You can also see the net migration rate. It pretty much stays the same. It goes down slightly. So from today until 2050, the amount of people coming in is going to decrease only slightly, but the overall population or natural increase in population is going to decrease as well. Okay, no notes to be made from that one there. So again, now we're just going to look back at our population pyramids. Okay, we looked at these before as well. These are closely linked with our migration topic also. Okay, because obviously if a population pyramid shows the demographics, the population structure of a country, okay, if you've got people coming in and out, that's going to also change the shape of the population pyramid. All right, so again, we're going to look at mainly just this one here, okay, because this is overlapped with this, so we'll come to that in a sec. What you have again is the dark blue is native males, the dark red is native females in the Bahamas. Then you've also got the extra bit added on for foreign-born males and foreign-born females, okay, so these lighter colors on the edge are people who've moved in here, okay. Again, you've got your ages up the side here, so you can see as we look at this next pyramid, all right, where there's a big addition of people being added on, okay, foreign-born females and males, is this middle age group here, okay, the workers. Most people, we said, that migrate tend to be in that working bracket. So migrants bring in workers. Now again, while some people say migration or having lots of immigrants is bad because we just don't like those extra people, they actually come in and usually fill roles that we need, fill jobs that need to be filled. Okay, a lot of the time they contribute to the economy as well. All of these working people here would also they'll be buying things and going to restaurants and stuff like that and paying for things there, so they'll contribute to the economy. Okay, if we look at the population pyramid of just the people who arrive, again, blue is males, pink is females, again you can see, all right, the vast majority of people who arrive here are in this middle age group, okay, the working age group. One other thing to notice is the lower ages are very, very high. Okay, so it's a lot of middle-aged people who might bring a young child with them and bring them over. So that is, or else what it is people move here and then they have kids once they arrive, okay, maybe for better healthcare or whatever else. So there's quite a lot of kids from foreign countries as well. All right, no notes from that one. What we are going to do is we are going to make a little note of these two tables. Okay, so these can go under, you can do them one under the another, or you can do them side by side. I would recommend doing this one and then this one under, so it's nice and neat. Okay, this looks at, again, 2013. Make sure you give your graphs or your tables titles. Top 5 countries of origin. So in 2013, where do most of the migrants come from to the Bahamas? You've got Haiti, Jamaica, the US, United Kingdom and Canada. Okay, so in 2013, a total of 53,500 people moved here, okay? And not forever, they might have only moved for a year or something like that. And then in order of where they came from, these are the top 5 countries, okay? This shows the top 5 countries where Bahamians moved to. All right, again, USA, United Kingdom, Canada, Jamaica, Australia. Okay, so that's people moving, that's Bahamians moving out. Again, the total, 44,000. So in 2013, we had whatever the difference is here, you take them away, and we had a net gain of people, a net migration gain, because more people moved in than people moved out. All right, so again, that's just a little example. What we're going to do next video, we're just going to move on to Bahamas today, page 114, and read to 120. Okay, pen and highlighter as always. If you don't have the textbook, there's a couple of passages you will need to make notes of, so please be ready for that. You can pause the video and make your notes.